Hello, grade 5. This is the first unit in Time for English 5, and it's your first lesson. What is our first unit about? Our first unit is entitled At the Campsite. At the campsite. And in order to know what's the meaning of campsite, as it is new to you, we have to look at the left side of this slide. And I want you to look with me and identify what can you see in this picture. First of all, from the background we can see some trees. There are some trees and there is a tent. This brown thing is called tent. And what else can we see? There are some wood here that was fired. It was fired. And what else? There is water. There is water here. So this place is called campsite. A campsite is a place that people go to spend some time. A campsite is a place that people go to spend some time. Sometimes they light some fire, they sit in a tent, they sleep in a tent, they spend maybe days or weeks in this campsite. We have 4 lessons in this unit. The first lesson is conversation time and word time, practice time, phonics time. We will start with conversation time. And I want you to listen to this conversation between those people, those young people. I want you to listen carefully to what they say.
Wake up, Mona. What time is it, Hoda? It's 7 o'clock. It's time for breakfast. Good. I'm hungry. Smells good. What's for breakfast? We're having beans and eggs. Yum. My favorite.
Okay, I'll give you one more time to listen to this conversation.
Wake up, Mona. What time is it, Hoda? It's 7 o'clock. It's time for breakfast. Good. I'm hungry. Smells good. What's for breakfast? We're having beans and eggs. Yum. My favorite.
So in this conversation we had 3 characters. We have Mona and Hoda. Hoda is trying to wake up Mona. She is trying to what? Wake up Mona. Mona is sleeping beside what? Beside the tent. She is sleeping and Hoda is trying to wake her up. She told her, wake up Mona. So to tell someone to wake up means to stop sleeping and to be awake. So wake up means stop sleeping and be awake. She replied to her, what time is it, Hoda? What time is it? She's asking about the time. She's asking about the time. She thought she slept too much, maybe. And we have this guy. This guy, he prepared some food for them. We don't know his name, but he prepared some food for them. What else can we see? We can see some tools here that they use for camping. Like what? Like this pot, they use it to cook in. And these rocks, and this pan, and this light, well, they are all some tools for camping. It helps them to stay in this forest. Okay, we have some new words here. The word wake up, as I told you, wake up, you are late for school. In this example, Maybe your mother is telling you to wake up because you are late for school. Hungry. Hungry. Let's eat something. I'm hungry. Well, what's this? We have here a fire. We have some wood that was fired, and there are 3 young guys sitting beside the fire. They are cold. Yes, they are cold, and it's night. They are camping. Excellent. They are what? They are camping, and it's a campsite. It's what? A campsite. You can see our tent at the campsite. Where's the tent in this slide? Well, it's here to the right bottom of the slide. This is the tent. Smells good. Smells good was an expression that was used in the conversation. Smells good. This picture expresses this expression. We have a girl that is smelling what? A flower. She is smelling the flower and she's happy. So smells good means when you smell something that is good, we can say it smells good. It smells good. It produces a good smell. This flower smells good. This flower smells good. And this means it has a good or bad smell. It has a good smell. Excellent. A good smell. We have some new expressions like what's for. When you ask your mother or when you ask someone, what did you prepare for lunch maybe? We can say what's for lunch. What's for breakfast? When I ask what they have prepared for breakfast. What's for breakfast? What's for dinner? What's for lunch? When I ask someone, what did you prepare for lunch? I say, what's for lunch? We are having meat and vegetables. We are having meat and vegetables. Another expression here is time for. Time for. It's time for dinner. It's time for dinner means the time for dinner is now. It's time for lunch means what? The time for lunch is right now. We have 3 meals of the day. How many meals? We have 3 meals. This is the first meal of the day, which is breakfast. And I will ask you, what can you see in this picture? I want you to identify what can you see. Here we have a knife. Here is the knife. To the right of the picture, we have knife. And what's this black thing? It might be a coffee. And this red thing is tomato sauce, maybe. Tomato sauce. We have a fork here, a fork. We have some meat, bread, and what is this? It's an egg. It's an egg. This is what we have for breakfast. So when I ask you, what are we having for breakfast or what's for breakfast, you'll tell me we have tea, we have tomato sauce, we have bread, egg, and what? Meat. Excellent. What's for lunch? We have salad, we have eggs, and what can you see in this picture? I can see a fork and a spoon. What's for lunch? We have salad. We have what? We have salad. What's for dinner? What's for dinner? We are having, then tell me what can you see? We are having what? Meat. Excellent. We are having salad also. Salad, tomato, and what else? I can tell it's a macaroni. It's what? A macaroni. Past simple. The conversation was talking in the past simple. We have regular and irregular verbs. Regular verbs like watch becomes watched. In regular verbs, we add ed to the end of the verb. We add ed in order to transform the verb from the present to the past. Look becomes what? Looked. And cook becomes cooked. Of course, we have some irregular verbs also, like wake up. Wake up becomes woke up. Woke up in the past. Find becomes what in the past? It becomes found. We have go. Go, as you know, becomes went. We have some examples here. I went to the campsite last Friday. I went to the campsite last Friday. Went here is what? It's an irregular verb. He watched TV last night. He watched TV last night. She found my book yesterday. She found my book yesterday. We cooked lunch yesterday. They are all in the past simple. Let's practice. Circle the odd word and replace it with a correct one. We have 4 words and we want to replace the odd one, the word that does not belong to this group, and we want to replace it with a familiar word. We have blue, it's a color, red, Joyce, green. Well, we have green, red, and blue. They are all colors. But Joyce is what? Joyce is not a color. So can you find a color to add it to this group? We have yellow, maybe we have white. Excellent. Let's go with what? Yellow. Let's go with yellow. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, do. Breakfast is a meal. Lunch is also a meal. Dinner is also a meal. Do is a verb. So can you give me, or can you get a meal to add it to this group? Okay, we took breakfast, lunch, dinner, but before and in the past years, you took a word that's called snack. Snack is a light meal. You eat it between those meals. You eat it between maybe breakfast and lunch, lunch and dinner. You eat what? A snack. Cheese, fish, sunscreen, rice. Cheese is what? It's food. Fish is also food. Sunscreen is what? It's not food. Rice is food. So I want you to give me a word instead of sunscreen. Like what? I'll give you 3 seconds to think of some foods. We can say maybe meat, chicken, what else? Salad, tomato. All these are what? Foods. Chicken. Beans, car, taxi, bicycle. Beans, car, taxi, bicycle. Car, taxi, bicycle are what? They are transportations. While beans is what? Beans is food. So we want to replace what? Beans with another word. What other transportations do we have? Think of one. I thought of a train. Looked, wake up, had, find. Do this one on your own. Looked, they are all what? They're all verbs. Looked, to look to someone. Waked up, you wake up maybe 2 hours ago. Had, you had lunch. Find, when you find your pen or your bag. There is something odd to this group. And what's it? Looked is a regular verb. Had is a regular verb. Find is what? is regular verb and waked up is irregular verb. Waked up is wrong here. Waked up, we don't have a word that is called waked up. Wake up is an irregular verb, to wake. So the past of wake is woke. Woke up. Excellent. Rearrange the following words to correct the sentence. Time for its breakfast. And I have underlined the word its. So we will start with its. It's what? It's for? Of course not. It's breakfast, maybe, but we have the word for. It's time for breakfast. Excellent. It's time for breakfast. Want I to eat. Want is a verb. I is a pronoun. To is a preposition. Eat is a verb. We will start with I. I eat, maybe, but we have other two words. I want to eat. Excellent. I want to eat. Can't my find book I? Well, we can start with what? With I. I. Then what? I book. Of course not. I find my book. Good, but we have the word can't. I can't find my book. Excellent. I can't find my book. Last thing, it is Huda what time? It is, and this is called a comma. This is a comma. Huda what time? We will start with what. I'll give you 3 seconds to rearrange this sentence. What time is it, Huda? What time is it? Then a comma, Huda. We know it from the conversation. Excellent, everyone. Now you are able to use new words. You are able to use new verbs to make new sentences. Thank you for listening, and we will see you in the next lesson. Bye.